It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, Pete Rose, baseball, and America's moral rot. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Catchy, huh? That's the infectious jingle from Chevrolet's patriotic, just in time for the bicentennial 1970s massive ad campaign. Just couldn't get away from it, all over the place, just sort of blending into the overall American bicentennial hysteria seizing the nation at the time. I was playing Little League Baseball back then myself and had a full understanding that what I was doing as a child athlete was endowed with American reverence. I mean, not just because of the commercials, you know. Baseball, after all, has always been America's pastime, and 1976 was America's year. Now, that's also around the time that Pete Rose was starting to show everyone that he was the greatest hitter who ever played the game. A great American playing America's great symbolic game. Great, great, great. What does it mean then that Pete Rose, later in his career as a manager for the Reds, got caught gambling routinely on his own team and was banned from Major League Baseball for life? How does this tragic fall of a great American playing our great game reflect on America? Well, at least the institution did the right thing and kicked him out. Major League Baseball still had some integrity in 1989. But then, less than a decade later, we had the steroid-infused home run competition in the late 90s, featuring utterly jacked superhero-looking guys like Barry Bonds, Martin McGwire, and Sammy Sosa. And then we had the Astros signal-stealing scandal tainting their 2017 championship. And now we have Major League Baseball posthumously reinstating Pete Rose. And the reasoning on this is kind of flimsy. A lifetime ban only applies if you're alive. Okay, just tell that to fans of shoeless Joe Jackson of the 1919 Chicago Black Sox gambling scandal. They had to wait a century. Well, whatever. Baseball's slow slide into corruption has been long in the making, but hey, it's good for the game, right? Pete Rose, people love him. Make more money. Okay. It would be too easy, though, simply to castigate baseball and leave it at that. This all-American game's embrace of dishonesty and deceit isn't a one-off. It is widespread throughout all American institutions. We got banking scandals, market crashes, crypto scams, corporate CEO golden parachutes, health insurance rackets, political parties double dealing with billionaires, Catholic Church sexual abuse, Southern Baptist sexual abuse, Big Pharma getting people hooked on freaking heroin, Jeffrey Epstein pimped to the mega rich and powerful, and that's just the stuff we talk about. You know, what we don't talk about is how our beloved American institutions failed to stop fascism. The churches didn't stop it. Not the libraries or universities, not the news media, not NPR or PBS. The political class didn't stop it. The law didn't stop it. Not Wall Street, not the public schools, not science or medicine, not industry, not Hollywood, not the arts or the theater. Everybody too focused on doing their own thing for their own benefit, even to notice that fascism had come until it was too late. From that perspective, baseball really is as American as apple pie. Rotten apple pie. Now don't get me wrong, I firmly believe that there are still lots of good, well-intentioned, idealistic people out there, which is why I'm still hopeful, but that's just not the zeitgeist right now, not the spirit of the times. All the institutions of our society are either useless for this moment in history or straight up corrupt. I think it's only fitting that our President Trump cheats at golf and thinks he gets away with it. That's the president for this age. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Catchy, huh?